volcano. From Aries to Aries, ruled by Mars and the Sun. A gray figure kneels on a platform, embedded with primitive life forms in the attitude of an athlete about to sprint. He is wearing a ceremonial collar, which indicates either servitude or power. The flames of an eclipsed sun reveal its all-powerful presence behind a black moon. In the background is a dark and brooding volcano, its flames merging with the fiery hair of the figure. The glowing circular shape made by the branches of a tree is a reminder of the full moon to come. And there it is, guys, our connection to the full moon. We're shape-shifting. Okay, now, this is about understanding that there is an intelligence to our instinct. And that instinct is connected to the intelligence of Earth, and understanding that the dark is a part of this place, and sometimes it takes a snake to take out a snake. That we need the negative. And not in this fluffy, happy way that we're just gonna go dancing off into the sunlight. This is from a nitty gritty. We're part of the dirt. We're part of the dirt here. We know what this means. And you know what, guys? This is the part of expansion you're working on, you know what we're talking about. This has to do with the fact that you have restored wholeness to a place, and you've surrendered enough to what's really happening here, the truth, to understand that there is an intelligence to what's happening here, far greater than what your mind is comprehending. That's why I came here. So the species doesn't go extinct and we can continue to expand here. This is about help. This is about help at the end of the day, and what's positive. Even though everything feels so negative. I want you to see. Its key phrase is to conserve and build up resources. And this is it. This means everything. We're not going to take anymore. We can't take anymore. We need to use what's left to get us to where we're going. So, guys, this is connected to the horns of Aries. When the moon was in this first lunar mansion, it was considered a propitious time for working spells for either love or hatred. It symbolized conflicting forces and whirling winds, which were expressed in everyday life as quarrels. Guys, direct message, direct channel message. We are the peace in the eye of the storm. We are the light in the eye of the storm. We are the love in the eye of the storm. And that's what's happening. We are being put under pressure like the diamond in order to be able to create peace, patterns of peace and love and expansion through a storm, chaotic like energy. That's what's happening. So we're gonna hang tight. And that's so that literally, guys, we're gonna be like little walking mini divine universes. Okay? And we're going to hold the charge in the eye of the storm. We will literally become the eyes in the storm. We are working that closely with the divine. We have a humble charge. The new moon moves through the house of Aries. Now, if you're curious what the moon mansions are, they're connected to the zodiac and the 28 days that the moon travels through the zodiac. The wise men of the Indians and most of the ancient astrologers have granted 28 mansions. And what is hidden within these mansions is the secret wisdom of the ancients, as they were working under the circle of the moon. And they attributed to every mansion his resemblances, images, and seals, and his president intelligences, and worked by the virtue of them after different manners. And this is thanks to Francis Barrett, 1801. Thank you to the Moon Oracle. I really, really love this oracle. As everyone knows, it's such a massive part of receiving information here and messages from the moon. Okay. The new moon moves through the house of Aries and touches the rulers of the first two decanates, Mars and the Sun. These two planets in the first sign are highly creative and initiating. This card expresses inspiration, spontaneity, and recklessness, and indicates a need to act immediately to release power that can be contained no longer. It is a card of extreme action and impatience. And this is what's happening right now. We're feeling that. We're feeling that energy. The moon mansion is hot, fiery, and full of creative impetus. It represents a period of inactivity during which there is an accumulation of energy that later will erupt like a volcano. So this is what we're doing. And my counter just said 211 for real. This is like lit. Of course, because we had to stop and start again. So we need to conserve and build up our resources because we're going to explode like a volcano with all this energy that we need to build with. This has to do with our last message. And remember, we kept getting the 8 of Wands. And that is enough energy to start a car. That was the main message that we were going to charge up. Because I always know when I'm on target, because I start doing the alchemy of words and I'm not running in this program. I'm running somewhere else and I love it. I love that connection. So thank you guys for bearing with me. As always, as I find the right words and work with the masculine when we're accessing those 13 spheres of knowledge, be kind to self. Be kind to self because, yeah, we're not supposed to get it right on the first try always. Many of them not, really never. But sometimes we luck out and we do, right? We don't have to get lost in that. We're just happy to be creating. We need to be in joy right now and in fun. But we are facing that energy. This doesn't necessarily always feel good, but it's going to get us to where we need to go. Because remember, this is connected to this message. Wow. Whoops. This is connected to this message right here. Remember, we're about to defy gravity and expand through the unknown with the feminine and the womb of creation, but it's going to be like no one's ever seen before. We talked about this at the solar eclipse in Gemini reading. We're going to levitate. We are going to create enough energy to have this levitation, and it's from all this work that we're doing here as we expand. I want to get one more message though before we go to our next part. I want to see what's being activated here, and I'm being called to go to Patch, so we're going to go to the Patch Tarot. We know we love you, Patch. Thank you to Spirit Science, who has been such an incredible part of helping us to navigate our way through old earth to new earth. Guys, I can see my hand's healing after getting burned. I literally got burned by the fire. This happened on the solar eclipse reading. Okay. Follow. Okay, guys, I don't know. I just really felt like shuffling there. Well, look at that. Of course. We know. We gotta get rid of what's toxic. We gotta cleanse what's still toxic. And this is where we do it. This is what we're doing right here. So, this is connected to this, our confusion, and what was activated with Gemini. And look, we're working with Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion. This is our frustration. This is our confusion. This is what's happening here. And what we're going to do is we're going to access the Prince of Discs. And look, this is where we're working with the womb of creation. And we're going to apply those 13 spheres of knowledge, the feminine. Then we're going to work with the masculine and apply the energy and expand. And this is where we are having a crown chakra activation. We're making sense of what we're putting into formation here. And it's balanced. There's the moon, there's the sun. This is connected to the lunar and solar eclipses. And we're forming compassion here from the heavens to the earth through us. We shall expand with this new patterning. This is this new patterning. And it's helping us to find the way and be inspired to tell our truths. This is where we pray and trust. We're working with the unknown. We're in active dialogue and communication with the divine. We've now created the proper shapes we need. Look at this shape we're creating with. This is connected to our flame. This is working with Aries, right? All that firepower right here. We need to be inspired again, but to be inspired, we have to find compassion. And that is what this is allowing us to do. And we've accessed our divine blueprint here. We've healed with perception. We've healed with the mind. And I really feel like that's the message. Like, we're in so much frustration. We need to heal with the mind. Here's our introspection, where we heal from the madness, the lunacy, make the connections we need to make. We're going to have our double helix activations. And there will be change. This is where we actually change. We're going to expand through the earth with Jupiter and Capricorn. And it's connected to, of course, the 10 of Cups, our prosperity. We are healing from deprivation. Life is being deprived. We're being suffocated right on out of here. We're on mission work in order to expand with prosperity of the templates of New Earth. And it's not monetary. We honor this, and it's not enforcing all these rules. That's suffocating life as well. This is a balance. This is a balanced place. And no, this isn't all we're going to argue and tear it down and say, oh, well, we need these rules put into place because without rules, we have no order. No, this is not saying we don't have order and structure. This is saying that we need to shapeshift the matter in which we've been creating here. In the past, currently, these templates are not working. We are shifting and creating anew. We're allowing this expansion. We're not going to continue to argue it and tear it down. We know it's time to do better for the earth, ourselves, our loved ones, and life. Life, period. So what we're doing is this is connected to this alchemy right here. This is the alchemy. We're going to expand. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. I want to go a little bit further here. Okay. Where are we going? You know what? We're going to talk to the moon. We're going to use the moon oracle. And we're going to see what is being expanded here. And go a little bit in further detail. I just counter just said 11:11. Let's get some introspection, baby. What the heck? Look at, there's Cancer. Of course, we know we're going to Cancer season next. And something is being activated between now and Leo season. And it's this work that we're going to be doing. This is working with past, present, and future in order to expand and heal. And this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. We've achieved this through purification. Here we have the pomegranate, symbolizing our connection to the seeds of life. And our seed is connected to these seeds, as well as the purification that the pomegranate offers us. She's worked with the moon, she's worked with the sun in order to expand. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes energy, but she's working with a cuckoo. That's a cuckoo right here. And this is a red goddess. Here's the symbolism right here for the phoenixes rising from the ashes. It's the two peacocks on top of her head, but it's two. And this means something. And her main message is there's no need to rock the boat. It's about letting what's happening right now play out. Although you may not necessarily approve of something, allowing it to run its course can sometimes be the best answer. She represents a more mature, sustaining, and preserving approach to life. And this has to do with we need to preserve what's left. The nature of water in Cancer is to care and nurture for those who are deemed family, no matter how wayward. This is the most motherly of the signs. If this card is selected, then July will be a significant month with regard to the question. Well, we're going to July, so let's now see what this is connected to. Our reputation. And it's in air. And it's connected to the fall, our descent. So here we're making a descent. And we're going to work with Leo and Scorpio. And what we're going to do is we're going to expand with our reputation. And the red goddess, Hera, is going to help us to do so.